Yeah,
So
you do get that problem with Japan, like any other major country. It's kind of like Americans only stay in America, or like people
yeah,
in LA only stay in California.
mm,
Um, that is something I would say a little bit different with Japanese. I would say maybe is
mm,
that Japanese, because it's accessible for them. They really go around Japan. Like they go to the famous onsens, they go to the famous cities. They
yeah,
if they want to enjoy winter, like real winter, they go to Sapporo.
yeah.
Um, or they really want to enjoy the beach, they might go to Hawaii, but they probably go to Okinawa too. Uh,
Hawaii, the second state of Japan.
yeah.
Um,
Um, but yeah,
no,
that's a cool thing about Japan.
yeah, I just
Definitely.
went to a place in Nagano, which is known as like the Swiss
Oh, that's
Alps of
another right,
Japan,
right, right, right.
and
Yeah.
it's a beautiful scene of the mountains where you're like, wow, it's a huge mountain. I can walk up there, but it's people just go there to see it, and they're like, all right, we're done, let's go. So
Man, maybe. Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
actually
no,
have not been in
Totori's
not
cool.
Nagano. Nice. Yeah, for me, if you're interested in anime, Japanese culture, Japan is like a dream. It's like Anthony Bourdain put it best. Well, he was talking about Tokyo, but he said the first time you go to Tokyo, it's like you're on an acid trip, LSD trip, and it's like I've never done it, but I'm sure he's right because it's like
Yeah, but we both
everything
went
at
to the
once.
robot restaurant, and he
Anthony
went
Bourdain's
there, and
recommendation.
he went there, and he was like, "What I have seen Cirque du Soleil, I've seen this. What I just saw, I can't even explain to you what was going
Right.
on." And I try to explain to people what we witnessed in the
Yeah,
robot
yeah.
restaurant, which I'm not sure if it's still around or not due to certain things.
Oh, really? Because the Yakuza.
Yeah, no, no.
Oh,
Apparently, there was certain things they were doing where they were dressing in certain uniforms and dancing
really?
around. Yeah. Now, when we went,
Oh, they
we
were in
saw.
bikinis.
Yeah, they were in bikini. Okay. Anybody
Yeah.
who's listening or watching this, this is literally what the show was. It was gigantic robots
Yep.
wearing LED whatever,
Yep.
fighting against women in Playboy bunny bikinis
On a dragon or
wielding
something.
wielding Thor's Mjolnir hammer. On the other arm was Captain America's shield riding an LED tank battling like a cyborg on a one wheeler.
And in
Now,
between that, there's like women drumming on like other
yeah,
robots, and it's
yeah,
just
like
like
traditional drums as they'd come through
yeah,
on like
yeah,
this
yeah, taiko
gigantic
drums. Yeah,
parade float.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if any of that seems appealing to you, just imagine what you can enjoy with a traditional bento box and a beer or nihonshu, which is sake.
And I don't know
It's
about
amazing.
now, but you said it might be closed, but we paid. So at the
It's like
time we paid.
500 yen.
No. It was like $50. We
It's still worth it.
yeah okay. We paid $50. Apparently, the last time I saw, it's now like $120.
Really?
It
And
became so popular.
we even went before that and got like that raw crab cooked on the thing at the izakaya beforehand. It's
Oh
like we
yeah,
had the meal before. Yeah.
oh
No,
yeah,
no. But the best part about the whole show, if you remember this, was the waiting room before going into it.
oh yeah. It's like a
And
diamond
this
room.
is
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
Thank you. I was going to say this is not an exaggeration. It was like
Mm,
diamond and gold plated walls everywhere. Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
toilet itself was a gold plated wall toilet.
Yes, and I will say, Gordon Ramsay, Anthony Bourdain's video didn't mention that part. The
No,
waiting
like
room. He was just in the
you
waiting room, like drinking a beer and talking about it, and
yeah,
then
and it was like
the
a robotic
discussion.
dinosaur that you like
Yeah,
touched,
yeah,
and it
yeah,
like yeah.
yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah. That we were not prepared for that part, and it was just like,
no,
oh crap! Like this is like a diamond, like mirror room, and
it
it was
was
huge.
it was
It
huge,
like
and it was
stretched
like super
all the way
reflective.
down, and then
Yeah,
so
and
people
there
that are
was like a
watching.
bar in there too.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
if people that are watching, you're wondering like, how is it that cheap? Like, how? Why would they have that there? And why would they have such a massive building dedicated to that?
well,
Yakuza.
well.
So
How do
they
you think the
controlled it pretty
performers
much.
there were being paid through their visas? Now I'm
No, they're
allegedly,
probably Japanese. Oh, they're not
yeah.
Japanese.
I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
what was going on there. All I know
I
is it was super cheap entertainment.
you know
It was
okay.
something I can't explain other than that. And
I know we're going
Power
off on
Rangers
this.
and yeah.
I know we're going we're going on tangent. Did you ever go to the Samurai Museum in Kabukicho?
Samurai Museum. No, I've been to a
So
ninja museum.
I went there in 2019.
Okay.
So it's like apparently one of the best collections of samurai like hardware in all of
Really?
Japan. And
In
I went there.
Kabukicho?
It's like $30, and I went and I paid for it. And there's like tour groups going on the entire time, and it's like legit. There's like 30 different like samurai armors. One's from this, warrior class, whatever, whatever, whatever. Funny thing though, so I always go alone, right? So
Oh.
I'm just kind of curious. I approach the tour guide, and I'm like, yeah, like, um, this museum, is it owned by the government? And then the tour guy was like, no,
Yes.
no, no, it's owned by it's donated by people that own these things.
Ah.
And I was like, so is it owned by one man? Like one? He's like, yeah, it's mostly owned by one person. I'm like, a businessman? He was like, I'd rather not say. I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh.
Oh,
It's like
Yakuza. I was like, all right.
if I say I might
Yeah.
be out of
He
a
was
job.
like, oh yes, he does business. And I'm like, oh, what kind of business? Like, he's like, I don't want to say. And I was like, oh, okay. Got it. Like, and it's
You may have
Kabukicho, which
heard
is
of
kind
him.
of
His name is Tommy Lee Jones, Boss Coffee.
great
Um,
commercials, by the way. Anyway,
oh
we're
yeah.
getting derailed. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
Japan is just like the funnest times.
There's a
And
lot of good history here, some of which is
yes,
not. But yeah, Robot Restaurant, if it's still alive, check it out. Totori, also worth the checking out.
Osaka Castle,
Although, yeah, yeah, Osaka
the
Castle's good
city.
too. And
Sorry,
and
guys.
and
Sorry,
Himeji.
residents.
Yeah.
Himeji.
City, yeah, city of
Um,
Osaka is
yeah, sorry, guys. Whoever lives there.